Hello, my friends. My name is Wendy Sanford, and I am the Adult Services Librarian at the Ringwood Public Library, and I welcome you to the June edition of Mid-Month Make-Its with Wendy. Our craft for June is involving using the combination of Mod Podge and decorative napkins. Going to be using them to create votive candle holders, and the materials that we're using to make these candle holders are from the dollar store. I got these two little clay pots and these two clear candle votive holders. So to decorate those pots and the votives, I will be needing white chalk paint to paint the pots. Be needing Mod Podge. And since it's so close to our summer reading program called Oceans of Possibilities, I picked out these decorative napkins to do the gluing on the holders. You will need these paint brushes, one for the chalk paint, one for the Mod Podge, and I just have some nautical ribbon, and I'm going to see if I can use some of these shells. There's some little teeny tiny shells. Maybe I could use them to decorate as well. I have my E6000. You could always use a glue gun as well. And I have the votive candles that will be put inside of the candle holders. So before we get started, let's talk about the technique of using Mod Podge and decorative napkins. This can be used on just about any surface, on wood, on metal, on glass. Totally, though, it depends on the shade of the item that you are putting the napkin over. For instance, I have this lighter background, so I'm going to be needing to lighten up this terracotta, and I'm painting it white. But otherwise, it'll stick to anything, and it looks great, so don't be surprised if sometime in the future another one of my make-its will involve the napkin and Mod Podge technique, because I'm totally hooked. So let's begin. I'm going to show you how to deconstruct the paper napkin. You need to find the corner and it's a 2-ply, so we're just going to peel away and keep this one aside. We'll do it for the second napkin too. So the two napkins are ready. I'm going to put them aside and work on painting these pots, which will be the bottom of the votive holder. Be just like that. But we're going to paint it white first, and then we're going to put the Mod Podge and the napkin on top. we're not painting the votive part because it's clear, and that will be fine for the napkin that we're putting on. So these are almost dry. I'm just going to wait for it to be completely dry, and then we'll work on Mod Podging the napkins. Okay, I'm going to look at my napkin and start with the votive. And I believe that for the votive, I think for the front, I just want to use this sea, sand, and sunshine. And then for the rest around it, I'll use this. And then for the base, I just want the starfish. It'll be like that. So I'm going to start tearing. So instead of cutting, I like to tear the napkin because that way it kind of, when you put the Mod Podge on it, kind of just blends right in. You don't see a sharp mark. So I am just tearing. Okay. So I have this, and I want to Mod Podge it onto the votive, just like that. So I have my brush, and I poured the Mod Podge into this little dish. Putting my hand in here, and going to Mod Podge a nice coating about the size of the front of the napkin all the way to the rim. Mod Podging. Okay. I could go a little bit bigger than what I think the size is. That would be even better. Alright. So lots of the Mod Podge. Okay, so here's the Mod Podge. Here's my napkin. Just going to line it up. Pull it taut. Push it down. Next, we're going to Mod Podge the napkin onto the terracotta vase that we painted. And I'm going to be using this napkin, and I'm going to try and use this part because I think that I want to leave the edge clear. So I'm gonna see if we can Mod Podge this napkin straight onto the bottom like that. So let's recap. We took a terracotta vase and painted it white. We took a clear votive, Mod Podged napkins, more Mod Podge. Mod Podge under, put the napkin, and then put a coat of Mod Podge on top. And then I E6000 them together. And here's what I have. And what I'd like to do now is maybe do a little bit of embellishments to it. I think ribbon and some seashells. I don't think I'm gonna go too fancy with it. Just gonna take this ribbon I bought at the dollar store, which by the way is $1.25 now, and just cut off a bit. Not that much. And just gonna wrap it and knot it. Knot it tight. And cut them into a V. And I think I'm just going to take a little shell. I'm just going to E6000 it to the middle. So here's the end product. I put inside these little candles. Oops. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think that they're pretty. Let me turn the lights on. Okay. So I hope that you can have fun doing this too. I had a little bit of trouble because the surfaces are rounded. Probably in the future when we do another one of these, I'm going to pick some more kind of flat surface because it has to be awesomely perfect then. Right now these are a little bit choppy, but I still think that they're great. They fit right in with our Oceans of Possibilities theme for the summer reading program. So I'm going to say have a great summer. Thank you for watching my mid-month Make-Its with Wendy. I'll see you in July, and I hope that you will have a good summer and you continue reading. Thank you.